Hey Yankees fans, welcome to Yankees Rumors and News, your go-to spot for the latest buzz and updates about our team. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button so you never miss a scoop. Cody Bellinger, a name that echoes throughout the American baseball scene, seems to have decided to shake the very foundations of the Bronx, sparking a whirlwind among Yankees fans after months of rumors, discreet negotiations, and behind-the-scenes conversations circulating in every office of the franchise. Information has emerged suggesting that the player, who has worn both the Dodgers and Cubs uniforms, may now be considering a path no one expected, a quiet yes to the Mets. The mere idea of a player with Bellinger's history, reputation, and skill flirting with a rival franchise in the same state is enough to ignite debate across social media, sports programs, and even casual bar conversations. This is not just a career choice. It is a symbolic earthquake in the fans' imagination. Because the feeling of betrayal in the Bronx has never been so tangible, the narrative built around Bellinger's potential with the Yankees now seems to crumble in the face of a decision that could completely shift the league's balance of power, forcing analysts, commentators, and ordinary fans to question not only the team's management but also the emotional values that the uniform represents, creating a drama that transcends the boundaries of the field and spills into every corner of the fan community. The scenario unfolding is undoubtedly complex and charged with tension, because Cody Bellinger is not just any player. He is someone who combines on-field presence, versatility, charisma, and a roller coaster history that enchants and frustrates simultaneously. The speculation that he might transfer to the Mets places the Yankees in an uncomfortable position, as every move made by the front office, especially by the general manager, who had been planning this move for months, is now under scrutiny. The psychological impact on players, fans, and the sports press is enormous, and this goes far beyond statistics or multi-million-dollar contracts. It is about feelings, expectations, and the narrative the city of baseball has built over decades. Imagine the shock of opening the news and discovering that the athlete who could reinforce the offensive line, the player who could be the final piece in the team's grand ambition, might now be wearing the rival's colors. It is a dilemma blending frustration, disbelief, and a hint of morbid curiosity, because everyone wants to know whether this story is true or just another rumor circulating in cafes, radio programs, and sports Twitter feeds, making the situation both emotionally intense and captivatingly dramatic. The negotiations backstage has always been a shadowy territory, but when Cody Bellinger is involved, the intensity reaches stratospheric levels. Unconfirmed sources suggest secret talks have taken place over the past months, involving intermediaries, lawyers, agents, and even family members, all trying to determine the best path, not only financially but strategically. The speculation that the yes to the Mets has been given does not necessarily indicate an impulsive choice, but rather a deep analysis of where he believes his career could thrive. Some analysts argue that the Mets' offer may include elements the Bronx was unwilling to provide, while others suggest that Bellinger sees the rival franchise as a chance to be a protagonist, to assume responsibilities that could be diluted if he remained within the Yankees' giant machine. In any scenario, each move involves calculation, emotion, and inevitably the sense of betrayal already spreading among fans, turning the story into a drama that fuels heated debates on social networks and specialized channels alike, capturing the imagination of anyone following the league and increasing anticipation for any official confirmation or denial. The emotional dimension of this potential transfer is an entirely separate chapter. Yankees fans, known for their uncompromising passion and historical memory, rarely handle disappointments like this gracefully, especially when it involves a player who, to some degree, had already been embraced by the franchise. Social media erupted with memes, outraged comments, and conspiracy theories about the negotiations backstage. Some fans question whether the management should have acted more decisively. Others argue that Bellinger's decision is entirely justified from a professional standpoint, and some simply retreat into disbelief, hoping it is all just gossip. This tense atmosphere creates not only engagement, but also a direct impact on the Yankees' brand perception, sponsor confidence, and the morale of players who, in the upcoming months, will have to deal with the rumor's shadow while trying to maintain focus on the field. The drama, therefore, becomes a narrative that extends far beyond contracts and numbers, touching the emotional core of a fan base that has been built over decades of devotion. Meanwhile, on the Mets side, The speculation surrounding Cody Bellinger is received differently, though no less intensely. The possibility of adding a player with Bellinger's talent is seen as a strategic coup, potentially increasing competitiveness, strengthening the roster, and attracting unprecedented media attention. The entire city begins to imagine the impact of a signing of this magnitude, discussing how he could fit into the lineup, offensive strategies, and most importantly, chemistry with teammates. Every rumor is analyzed, every possible play combination speculated upon, and the psychological effect on opponents is not overlooked. Tension rises, because if the yes is confirmed, it would not be merely an acquisition of talent but a symbolic statement, a blow that could shake not only the Yankees, but also the cultural imagination of local baseball, turning a simple career decision into an event of massive sports and social repercussion, highlighting the intersection of ambition, loyalty, and rivalry in ways that fans live for but rarely witness in reality. Ultimately, this narrative goes far beyond technical or statistical concerns. What truly fascinates and worries fans, commentators, and experts is the human dimension of the story. Cody Bellinger is seen as a player who, despite his talent, has always carried an aura of mystery, sparking passionate debates about loyalty, ambition, and career choices. The rumor that he may have said yes to the Mets transforms every comment, every analysis, and every post into a reflection on how baseball is, above all, a game of people, with feelings, decisions, and consequences that extend far beyond the field. The anticipation is unbearable because each new day may bring confirmations or denials, fueling a narrative that, regardless of the outcome, has already etched itself as one of the most explosive speculations in the league, reminding everyone that in the world of sports, loyalty and ambition often walk side by side, but rarely in the same direction, creating drama, tension, and storytelling that rivals the most gripping fiction. The ripple effect of Cody Bellinger's potential move to the Mets extends far beyond the immediate fan reactions, infiltrating the strategic calculations of both franchises and altering the way insiders analyze the coming season. In the Bronx, whispers have intensified about how the Yankees could have miscalculated, or whether they underestimated the persuasive allure of the rival franchise's offer. Every draft pick, contract clause, and negotiation tactic is now under a microscope, because Bellinger's decision could symbolize not just a lost player, but a missed opportunity for dominance in the league. Commentators speculate endlessly about the psychological consequences for the locker room. Players who once welcomed him may now feel betrayed or distracted, while the coaching staff faces an invisible challenge of maintaining focus and morale. Fans feel the sting personally, because in cities like New York, sports loyalty isn't just about entertainment, it's a matter of identity. And Bellinger's rumored choice threatens to blur the line between hero and villain in a heartbeat, transforming a single athlete's decision into a social and cultural event that dominates conversations from local bars to global Twitter threads, proving that baseball, at this level, is never purely a game. Inside the Yankees' offices, the atmosphere is reportedly a mix of tension, frustration, and hyper-focus, with executives attempting to navigate what could become one of the most delicate situations in recent franchise history. Every insider has an opinion. Some argue that Bellinger's potential yes to the Mets is a wake-up call to reevaluate recruitment strategies, while others insist it exposes vulnerabilities in negotiation tactics that might have been too cautious or too predictable. Meanwhile, analysts emphasize the delicate balance between managing talent and managing personalities, pointing out that Bellinger has always been more than a number in a lineup. He represents adaptability, flair, and the kind of unpredictability that can tilt entire games. The Yankees management must also consider the optics, even if the transfer never materializes. The rumor alone creates a narrative of instability, forcing the team to publicly and privately address fan concerns, media speculation, and sponsor anxieties, highlighting how a single decision by one athlete can ignite a chain reaction that reaches far beyond the field and into the very perception of the organization itself. For Mets fans, the rumor has sparked a completely different kind of excitement, a sense of possibility mixed with cautious optimism, as if the city itself is holding its breath, imagining Bellinger walking into their stadium, joining their lineup, and becoming a symbol of competitive ascendancy. Speculative articles, podcasts, and fan forums overflow with detailed scenarios about where he would fit in the batting order, how he might complement current stars, and the ways his versatility could create strategic advantages that the Yankees will now be forced to counter. Every aspect of his potential role is dissected, from defensive positioning to clutch performance under pressure, while social media threads explode with both admiration and envy. Blending statistical analysis with passionate fan emotion, the idea that a player who could have reinforced the Bronx might instead strengthen their rivals creates an intoxicating mix of hope and schadenfreude, keeping every Mets supporter on edge as they await confirmation or denial, and transforming what could be a simple transaction into a spectacle that grips the imagination of an entire metropolitan baseball community. The human element remains central to the unfolding story, because Cody Bellinger is not merely a commodity, but a personality whose choices carry weight far beyond numbers and stats. The speculation touches on everything from his personal motivations to his long-term career trajectory, with pundits suggesting that the allure of a new environment, a different role, or even a fresh challenge could be factors just as influential as financial incentives. Fans debate his loyalty, ambition, and character, questioning whether a move to the Mets would constitute a professional step forward or a betrayal of emotional bonds forged with the Yankees community. Meanwhile, sports psychologists and commentators weigh in on the pressure inherent in high-profile transfers, noting that athletes must navigate both the expectations of the organization and the emotional intensity of fans who invest identity, pride, and history into the team. In this context, the rumor evolves into a larger story about choice, consequence, and the tension between professional ambition and cultural allegiance, illustrating why the mere possibility of Bellinger saying yes has become an event of such profound significance in the baseball world. If you're enjoying the updates, drop a like and let us know in the comments your thoughts on this rumor. Every new day of speculation adds layers to the drama, with conflicting reports, leaks, and insider tips swirling through social media, generating a relentless cycle of hope, skepticism, and outrage. Some media outlets push the narrative of a near-certain move, emphasizing strategic advantages for the Mets and highlighting areas where the Yankees allegedly faltered, while others caution that nothing is finalized and that public pressure could influence Bellinger's ultimate decision. In this environment, the rumor becomes almost performative, a spectacle in which fans, journalists, and executives all play roles in a story that might or might not come to fruition. Analysts dissect every tweet, cryptic statement, or sudden meeting with the intensity of a detective examining a crime scene, seeking clues about the athlete's next steps. The uncertainty fuels engagement, debate, and imagination, proving that sports are as much about narrative and emotion as they are about statistics. In effect, the potential move transforms into a shared drama in which every stakeholder feels invested, ensuring that even if the transfer never materializes, its impact will resonate for months, shaping fan culture and media discourse alike. Ultimately, the story of Cody Bellinger and the Yankees-Mets saga is a reminder of why baseball remains deeply compelling. It is unpredictable, emotionally charged, and rooted in both professional calculation and human choice. The rumors, the speculation, and the passionate fan reactions underscore the extraordinary power of a single athlete to influence not just games, but cultural perception, city rivalries, and collective identity. Each day without confirmation feels like a narrative cliffhanger, drawing fans into endless theorizing, commentary, and debate. Whether Bellinger eventually dons the Mets colors or remains tied to the Yankees roster, the mere possibility has already created a chapter in New York baseball history that will be remembered for its intensity, drama, and the emotional roller coaster it induced. It is a story where loyalty, ambition, rivalry, and narrative collide, highlighting that in the world of professional sports, every decision carries significance far beyond the scoreboard, capturing the imagination of a global audience eager for every twist and turn. As the saga continues, the emotional and strategic repercussions will reverberate through both franchises, influencing future trades, negotiations, and even the psychology of players and fans alike. The Yankees may find themselves reassessing how they approach free agent signings and communication with high-profile athletes, while the Mets could leverage the mere rumor to bolster fan engagement, marketing, and team identity. Every insider meeting, social media post, and cryptic statement takes on new weight, feeding the narrative and heightening anticipation. Meanwhile, Cody Bellinger remains at the center of a storm, the focal point of speculation, admiration, and controversy. The story demonstrates that in baseball, decisions are never purely transactional. They are performances in a larger drama involving emotion, identity, and perception. The potential yes to the Mets is more than a rumor, it is a narrative event, a cultural moment, and a reminder that the boundaries between sport, entertainment, and societal passion are both porous and profoundly intertwined, ensuring that fans will continue to obsess over every development, every whisper, and every implication for months to come. Thanks for tuning in. Make sure to subscribe and hit the notification bell so you stay up to date with every Yankees rumor and news. See you in the next video.